Hey everybody, GravyTrain here with another episode of GravyTraining. This episode, we're going to go over the 1.11 update. I'm going to explain and walk through the features, what they've updated, what I think about them, and then I will go through and show you what some of this stuff is like. So, yeah, let's get started. So I don't know, so a little bit of bookkeeping or record keeping or whatever. I have been in contact with Plarium and their community team and the YouTube coordinator, and I am in the process of getting accepted to be a partner, which means that I will be able to do giveaways and things like that. So look forward to that. You'll be able to tune in for like videos and streams and things like that, where I'll be able to do giveaways and give you guys, reward you guys for following the content and things like that. I'll also have links that if you're creating a new account, like say you're trying the game out, that kind of thing, use my link and it gives credit, which it doesn't necessarily directly impact me, but it does impact the channel, because the more stuff that we generate using these links, the more rewards come through that I can then pass out. So I mean, it's not massive personal gain or anything like that for me. Although there probably will be a few little perks, mostly in the similar to like when I was in MFG with Dungeon Boss, where I might get some advanced knowledge of things like that. I mean, some updates ahead of time. And I have a direct voice or direct communication again with the Plarium staff. So kind of getting back to the way things were with Dungeon Boss. So this is kind of exciting. But that being said, I'm not sure the rules with YouTube, if I have to say that this is sponsored by, because I'm a partner, or partially sponsored by. Either way, full disclosure, that's going on. They are not going to be influencing my content, of like, other than enhancing it. They are not going to have veto power or anything like that, so I'm not going to be a shill for Plarium or anything like that. But yeah, it is technically in some form or fashion sponsored in part, however, so whether it's monetarily or promotional content, whatever. So I don't know how the legality. Next videos, or once I talk more with them, I'll know exactly what I need to say, but I'm covering my butt now, so let's get started. So this is version 1.11. There does require a client update, and there's some pretty cool features that have been added to the game. So first and foremost, they've unlocked Faction Wars. So we've been kind of seeing this teased for a while, and it has actually been released. And what is Faction Wars, you ask? Well, Faction Wars is another game mode, another dungeon game mode, where there's only certain keeps or certain dungeons, crypts, that are open at any time. As of the recording of this video, it's like Knights, Revenant, and Lizardmen. And they rotate daily, so you're only going to be able to go into certain ones at certain times. I don't know if you can unlock other ones with gems right now or not, like you can with the faction or the affinity dungeons. We'll see. I'm hoping they do, because that would be kind of nice, but anyhow, so you can only take heroes of the faction that is part of the crypt. So right now I can only take Lizardmen into the Lizardmen keep, and I can only take Knights Revenant into the Knights Revenant crypt. So, and the Schnozberries taste like Schnozberries. So yeah, I mean, it's kind of cool. That means you're going to have more uses for those heroes that have been kind of collecting dust. More of the rare heroes are actually going to become useful for supporting your all-stars and rounding out your teams, things like that, because you're not going to be able to build, typically, some people might be able to, but you're not going to be able to build like full legendary teams for every faction, or legendary and epic teams for every faction. Some you probably will, but there's probably going to be gaps, and that'll make some of these other heroes useful. So I will go more into the mechanics, except that at stage 7, 14, and 21, there's a boss level, just like it is in campaign mode. They also drop Glyphs, which is the next feature. There are also crypt-specific aura skills. There's a list of champions. You can get to the list from in-game. So I'll leave that to you to go to the forum post. But there's about 6 or 7 heroes, ranging in tiers. Like, it's not all just epics or legendaries. There's some rares and stuff like that, too. I think maybe even some uncommons. I could be wrong there. Don't quote me on that one. But they get special auras that are only usable within the crypts. They have the Glyphs. So Glyphs drop in the crypts, and potentially for tournament rewards or event rewards, things like that. And they are used to boost one substat on one artifact. So what you can do is you can take your artifact, not the main stat, but all 4 of the substats. All 4 can be upgraded with glyphs. They can be, each glyph that drops has a skill associated with it. So speed, defense percent, defense, attack, attack percent, and I'm making sure I'm actually pointing at the right things here, because it's not the same on both screens. So yeah, I mean, they're all tied to a specific stat that might show up on your artifact, and you can get a boost for that particular substat. So they come from 1 star to 6 star, just like the artifacts do, and all the other stuff, heroes, whatever. They are not upgradable by themselves, but you can apply them to a stat. And I think once you've applied it to a stat, you can't put like if you apply a 2 star, you can't put a 1 star onto it, something like that, because it's going to have to go, you can only go higher. I mean, maybe you could, but there's no point. So these things you can, once you use the glyph, they're gone. It's like a potion, like an XP potion or something like that. They give you a range depending on the glyph and the stars. So you might, like a 1-star glyph might only give you 1 point. Or 2 points, something like that. Once and there's generally a range. 1 stars are only going to be they're not going to be a range, you're just going to get 1 point. But you'll get a range, so there's a little bit of RNG associated with it. You can upgrade, so you can apply another glyph of the same star level or higher to a stat, and if it ends up rolling higher than what you started with, you'll get the higher of the 2 stats. So if you had 4 on your stat already from a glyph, you roll a 5 on the new glyph, your new bonus is 5. It's not 9, it's 5. You take the highest of the scores, and that's what gets applied. The artifact must have a substat that matches the glyph, obviously, and the artifact must be as the same rank as the glyph or higher. So you can't put a 6-star glyph on a 1-star artifact. I'm glad it's not the other way around, because that would be crappy. So this actually is just fine. And I'll show how all this works too. So rest assured, I'm not just leaving that at that. We've added Fear and True Fear as debuffs. So Fear is the same, or True Fear is the same as Fear with a little bit of an extra bonus. So Fear is when a champion with this debuff attempts to use a skill, there's a 50% chance the skill will not activate and the champion will lose their turn. This is every individual skill with the exception of passives. Triggered abilities are skills, so Giant Slayer or Warmonger, those are skills. The Crush Armor or whatever what's her face? It's Vraska, I'm thinking, but I'm probably wrong. Has that are triggered from other ones, or like when somebody has a skill that gets triggered when somebody else is on the team, or things like that. Triggered from retaliation, any of those kind of things. the skills, as long as they're a triggered skill or an active skill, not a passive skill, they can fail and you lose your turn. With True Fear, if it's an activated skill, if your skill fails, the skill goes on cooldown. It doesn't just fail to activate, it goes on cooldown as if it had been activated. So not going to affect triggered skills unless they have a cooldown. But yeah, so it affects both default skills and active skills. Will not affect passives. Provoke to use their default skill. 50% chance those attacks and scales will fail. Chained link skills, we talked about that. Passive mastery is to trigger other skills. The passive or the triggering ability does not fail, but the activated ability can. Yeah, so that is a new mechanic. I don't know how much we'll see it, but we'll see. Maybe it'll be something we see more in the dungeons. Who knows? I don't know that they've announced heroes that have it, but I'm sure that'll come. So they've changed the reward for a full arena token refill for the updates. New artifact upgrade options. I will show you guys this in detail. So basically there are 3 things that have been bugging me with artifacts. One is that it's slow to upgrade them, and it's boring and monotonous. 2, there's no way to just automatically do it. And 3, it's expensive as hell, especially at higher levels. Well, they fixed the first 2. So I will show exactly how that works, and we'll go from there. They've changed the UI for artifact storage. It's actually a little more intuitive and easier to follow. The rest of this is just game bugs and things like that being fixed. So, all right. So let's take a look at some of these updates. So let's look at the artifacts first. So, for example, here. And this guy's probably a bad example. Let me find somebody that has lower skilled stuff that's not maxed. Cat is on a tear. Alright, here we go. Perfect. So, select this item. Well, first of all, here's the UI interface. So you can see they've made it so you can select equipment, you can select accessories, and you can select glyphs. And these are broken down the same way. Resistance, attack, whatever. They've made it so you can select all those from the one screen. They've also made it so you can select the sell option. So you can go through and sell directly. And they've changed this interface to collapse all. And that's apparently on... I guess they just compacted it, so it's always been in that spot. So, yeah, let's look at this now. So we'll go ahead and do an upgrade. So now, you'll see a couple of things. One, the enchant. So it only highlights the ones that are available. So, for example, I could select this. This is a hit point percentage. And you can see here, it's because it's a 1-star, there's basically a 1% chance. So I can just, boom, give this a 1% boost. I'm not going to do that right now, but I could do that. If this is a higher star, we give a higher boost. And that's basically how these work. And then I can come back later and put higher ones. I won't be able to use 6-star glyphs on this because it's only a 5-star piece. That's fine. So yeah, and then you can replace them. So now if I get one that's 2-star and can go to 2, if I rolled the 2, it would get higher, and I would get 2 instead. Pretty simple. So, and then it won't let you try to do it without substats that match. So, and if I unlocked another one, then the other one would open up here. I didn't do, okay, yeah, I didn't do that enchantment, so alright. So now you can click on this little gear and you can just choose update one level at a time. Update to level 4, update to level 8, 12, or 16. I'm just going to say let's go ahead and update to 8 because I don't think I have the coins right now to upgrade any higher. And let's hit start. So notice it's a lot faster. It's no more like tons and tons of spinning. Now granted, this is the first 4 levels, so when you start getting ones where it's missing, but I'm hands off, I'm not clicking anything. The bar moves a lot faster, so the process, yeah, okay. Let's cancel because I'm out of coins. Process is considerably faster, and you can just plug in, go make yourself a coffee, come back, and all your silver will be spent, but you'll have the artifact at the level you wanted it at. So this is really nice. I mean, I've spent so much time upgrading artifacts. I wish this had been there for a while. Some other enhancements. From within this screen, they've added the ability to sort by faction. So, got my Banner Lords here first, my High Elves, all the way down to here, my Sacred Order, all the way down to here, my Barbarians, etc., etc. So, as I get further down the list, I've got a bunch of Skinwalkers. I don't have much in the way of a lot of these other ones. Dark Elves, I've got a good amount. But, yeah, Dwarves, I've got like next to nothing. But yeah, no, this goes in the same order as it appears in the index. And so you can do that here. You can also do that from Tavern. You can sort by faction here and see, like, okay, I need to update a rank, or I need to ascend, or whatever the case is. And yeah, you're filtering. I guess this is just unlocked, not necessarily filtered. Yeah. So that's not bad. I like the changes there. I wish you could filter instead of just sorting. Hopefully that's coming. We'll see. So on to the battles. So here you can see we've got the new feature. And they are making a note here that this stuff may change. If there are issues, go ahead and let them know. I'm sure nobody will have any issues, and nobody will speak up. I mean, it's whoever speaks up about things on the internet tells people about stuff they don't like. Never. Pshaw. So this is the map. It functions much the same as the campaign map or the dungeon map, whatever. So right now you can see we've got Lizardmen Crypt and Night Revenant Crypt. You'll find this familiar progression indicator, and that's for number of stars. It eventually gets higher to other stuff. But let's take a look. So I don't have that many specially geared up Knights Revenant, but the interface here is the same. So here I can get 1 to 2 star glyphs. Try that. I mean, I could throw a 5th guy in here, but he's just going to be another target. Matter of fact, so is this one. These are the only heroes. As a matter of fact, I don't even know how much gear I have on all these. I think these 3 are geared. So you can see details. It'll tell, well, that's about the stars. You already know about that. Let's start. The graphics in here are pretty cool. I like the art itself. And I think they're all customized. Matter of fact, I know they're all customized. I especially like the Night Revenant one, though. If it loads. Loading. Alright. But yeah, you got these like little meandering spirits here. Particle effects. It's just really cool looking. I'm just going to throw this on auto and let them do their thing. Fortunately, at least a couple of these, like my Golden Reaper is geared up and good. Doom Priest is decently geared. And the is that Painkeeper? No, it's not Painkeeper. I don't know, this guy. Maybe he is Painkeeper. No, Painkeeper's the one with the helmet. I don't remember. That guy there in the middle is, I think he's got gear, but he's only 4-star. He's Ascended at least. I'm also assuming that you can, that the keys regenerate at some rate, or they regenerate each time it's opened. And I'm also assuming that there's some way you can purchase keys or using some currency in-game or otherwise. So, yeah, I've got a defense. This is defense percent. And so far, I've only ever gotten glyph drops in here, which is nice. I will try one more here. And I don't know if they fight their traditional enemies, like we're fighting Sacred Order. I don't know if Sacred Order is the enemy of the Knights Revenant or what. But it appears that that's primarily... no, I guess it's a mix for everybody. That's a barbarian, not a Sacred Order. Some elves. Alright, yeah, so it's not any particular thing. It's just whoever they've thrown in here. And battle, battle, battle. I will go ahead. I'm going to lose, but I will take a shot after this one. I will go against... That'll be level 7, so I will go against the boss, just to show you what the boss looks like. I haven't seen it yet either, so... that will be interesting for us all. There we go. All right, another 1-star. And so this one takes 2 keys. So there's got to be... okay, so let's see. What is the mechanism? They've probably added into the store. We'll look after. All right. Try this one. I'm probably going to get destroyed. We'll see. Pretty bad when Golden Reaper is your all-star killer in this scenario. Okay, I should... well, okay, I'll get through the chumps. How I do against the boss will be another story. I have no idea the mechanics, anything like that. Okay. Let's take it off of auto. So let's take a look at the abilities. So the passive, unremitting, doesn't remit. Boy, the bureaucrats have got to hate her. Fills this champion's turn meter by 2% for every 1% of hit points they lose when attacked. This is counted from the damage taken per hit. So she is going to go frequently. Especially the more hits, like you hit her with multiple attacks, it's going to be worse because potentially you're going to get rounding bonuses and things like that. Staggering recovery. Oof. Removes all debuffs from this champion. Places a True Fear debuff on a random enemy for 1 turn. Places a Stun debuff on all enemies except that enemy for 1 turn. These debuffs cannot be resisted, and it grants an extra turn. That's harsh. That is harsh. Ephemeral Impalement attacks 1 enemy, will ignore that target's defense. Awesome. Okay. And, of course, my cooldowns are all down. Nice graphics. Everybody is stunned. Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna get beat down. Although I guess it depends on how hard she hits. That's hard. That is hard. Okay. I don't normally even... I use Golden Reaper, but I don't use the other ones very often. Ow. Okay. I don't think this is a battle I'm going to win. I might. Oof. Owie. Yep, that hurt. Okay, let's get some speed. Yeah, I'm not going to win this battle. True Fear. Dead. Yeah. So that is the Knights Revenant boss, at least the first of them. I don't know if they're all different or what. Go back to the map. And my situation for Lizardmen is even worse. Go ahead and battle stage 3. I've got 2 heroes, one of which is barely ascended. Go ahead and start this one. I don't think I'll get to the boss with these guys. My Raisin, I don't even think he's fully geared out. Let me turn auto back on. Animation on these guys is slow. Blah-de-blah-de-blah. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to the days where it's Skinwalkers, Sacred Order, Dark Elves, High Elves. Pretty much those. Some Undead. I've got a decent, although I think Undead, we're looking at like Grawl, Seeker, Gorb, whatever his name is, Gorb. 1 or 2 others, so that might be a little light too. Like I said, I'm probably going to have to start leveling up some rares and all of that. Which, I mean, that's not too difficult. I mean, get them up to 5 stars so they're remotely usable. Getting more gear, it's more heroes to worry about getting gear for and stuff like that, but hopefully it's only for a small number because I have other stuff, so. Anyhow, that's it. So that's what the, that is what the faction things are like. Nothing worth. Nope, nothing worth getting. Hit point percent by any chance? They are. All right, I don't have the cash to get them. Okay. So that is the update, ladies and gentlemen. You can read the news here. You can get to the forums from here. So if you want to check out that update, you can get that from here. Also, it's linked on the official Discord, so you can get to it there. I'll also post a link in the description here for this video so that you can get right there as well, read the update, and go from there. So thanks for watching. I hope this was helpful. If it was, please give me a thumbs up. I'm trying to grow the channel again, make a push. So if you are new to the game, consider checking out the links down below to create a character or create an account. You'll get perks for using it, and it helps out the channel. So, or even if you're making an alt or something like that, definitely consider taking that. And yeah, appreciate it. Have a great day.